Face your fears. Learn to face the things that you are afraid of. I know it's scary, it's overwhelming, but do it. Do it anyway, because the more you expose yourself to something, the more immune to it you become. It's almost like, okay, like it's not a big deal anymore. For me, you guys know on this channel already, like I bring about experience and I share a lot about my experiences. So for a very long time for me, the fear was rejection and abandonment. And it got to a point in my life where I said, right, I have to face this head on. Like I have to face this fear head on. Like gone are the days where I'm shook or I'm feeling scared that I'll be rejected by someone. Like gone are the days where I feel, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna ask for that opportunity because they might say no. So what? But it was like once upon a time, that was one of the hardest things because I've experienced deep abandonment and deep trauma. So that was a big deal for me. So what I done is I faced it, right? So when it comes to like jobs, listen, I've applied for jobs that I had no business applying for. And I've gotten most of them. Like I've worked for over 18 companies. Yeah. You know, if you know me, then you would know that I'm a job hopper. I don't stay for too long. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Because in here, I'm an entrepreneur, okay? And I'm making my way there. But on my way, I'm learning as many skills as possible. And I'm hopping and I'm having a great time and I'm impacting others and learning and all of that stuff. But I've applied for so many jobs just because I said I want to face this head on. And of course I got loads of rejections. I got so many rejections, and every time I felt the rejection, it felt like I got doofed on my head. Like it felt like I literally got rocked on my jaw. Literally, it felt like I got punched in the face. But the more I went and I carried on applying. I even went on interviews just for the experience. I literally said to myself, I'm just gonna go to these interviews just for the experience. And if they say no to me, so what? I've learned to, like, I built that muscle, but I had to face rejection time after time after time after time after time. Now I just ask for things. I ask for things. Like I went to get my nails done. I'm not gonna stop talking about my nails. I went to get my nails done, and when they gave me the price, I was like, okay, cool. It's a bit up there, but cool, yeah. But then obviously, as we're kind of like talking, you know, she's asking me, you got a boyfriend and all of that stuff, and we're getting nails done and whatever, I'm getting my nails done, and she's talking. I was like to her, all this talking that we're talking, you know we're friends, right? I was like, you know we're friends now, right? And she was just like, yeah, you know, da, da, da. And I was like to her, okay, so you're going to give me a discount? She ended up giving me a discount. If you do not ask, you will not get. Yeah? If you do not ask, you will not get. So face your fear, whatever fear that you have, whatever it is that you're scared of, face it. I had the fear of being seen. Like I had the fear of being seen, of people knowing that it's me saying these things. For me, it was like, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna do a podcast and no one will know who it's me saying it, right? At work, whenever I done really great work and they were like, oh, you know, so and so done really great work, and they'll be calling my name, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't want them to know it's me. Like I don't want. And for me, now I look back and I'm like, hold on a minute, I did that work. I worked on that project and I smashed it. Why was I so afraid for people to know that it's me who has done it, right? But then again, it goes back to childhood trauma. It goes back to being told that I weren't enough. It goes back to, you know, being told no, being told to not speak, being told to keep quiet. So I just constantly just kept hiding myself. You know, even like down to like how I dressed in terms of the colors. I weren't wearing colors. I was wearing black every time. I would be wearing like dark colors. But I had to work on myself. I had to really say, you know what? What is it that I'm afraid of? So you've got to ask yourself, what is it that I'm afraid of? Let's say, for example, you're afraid of rejection. Let's just use rejection, right? You're afraid of rejection. Do things which you could potentially be rejected at, just so that you can feel that feeling again. And I know it's like, well, why would I even want to put myself through that? You need to put yourself through that. You need to put yourself through that, because once you face it over and over and over and over again, it's going to give you the boldness, it's going to give you the strength, it's going to give you that ability to be able to say, right, I'm not afraid of this anymore. Once you realize you're not afraid of it anymore, it's like, okay, I can conquer anything. I can do anything. I say this all the time. I can do anything. Anything I set my mind to, I can do it. But that's because I've faced the fear. I have faced the fear. I've been rejected so many times, but I've put myself in positions, in places where I could potentially, you know, get rejected. Another thing that you could potentially be afraid of, I don't know, you might be afraid of public speaking. Put yourself in places, in positions where you will need to speak publicly. They say practice makes perfect, but I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I believe that practice brings about experience. When you have experience in something, you know that, okay, this can either go this way or that way. But let me do what I know how to do. And then if it goes this way, you already know that it could have gone this way, so you know how to maneuver. And if it goes that way, you already know that it could also go this way, so you know how to maneuver. Practice brings experience. When I get rejected by someone, if I ask someone something, you know, and they don't want to do it, like my nervous system is so chill. Like I'm not like, oh my God, they rejected me. Oh my God, oh my God. Like I'm no longer having the panic attacks. I'm no longer like feeling overwhelmed due to the rejection. Now I'm like, all right, cool. They said no. All right, next. Because it's like, I'm not even afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. Put yourself in a place where you're no longer afraid of anything. When you face listen, for me, it was like that 7-year-old, that 4-year-old that, you know, that was given to somebody else to raise. That 7-year-old that felt like, where's my mum? And why am I being raised by other people? That 14-year-old that was no longer wanted, and it was just like passing her on to somebody else to look like. I've been rejected at so many different stages of my life that it crippled me. Like as an adult, it crippled me. But what I needed to do is I needed to grab my power. I needed to go and get my power back. And the way that I chose to do that was to face rejection head on. Like if I ask you for something and you don't want to do it, it does not affect me. It does not affect me. You said no. Like I had to really say to myself, like, what's the worst that can happen? The person said no. Am I dead? No, I'm still alive. So You need to put yourself in that place, whatever it is that's crippling you, whatever it is that you're scared of. If you're scared of public speaking, if you're scared of speaking your mind, if you're scared of saying no, say it over and over and over again. Say it over and over and over again. I was going to job interviews that I had no business going to. I was applying for jobs that I had no business applying for, but I went anyway. And at the end of it, I got the unfortunately you did not get the job. I got that so many times, but there were also times where I did get the job and I then went to reject it because I didn't even want it in the first place. I just did it for the plot. I just did it for the plot. I just did it because that was my, and I know it's like, oh, but you're wasting people's time. First of all, free will, okay? First of all, free will. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you have got to exercise your free will to the max. To the max. Yeah? Like, especially if, like, I was just thinking to myself, like, you've really got people who are not fazed by anything in this world. Bring yourself closer and closer to the place where you're no longer fazed by things. You're no longer fazed by things. If people support you, they support you. If people don't support you, they don't support you. I'm at a place where if my friends and my family don't watch my videos, are they my target audience? No. Like my videos are for the people who it is for. So if family and friends don't watch my content, I don't feel away. The video is not for them. It's not for them. If they watch it, great. If they don't watch it, then they don't watch it. Do you know what I mean? Even if I was selling products, like if I was selling, I don't know, selling t-shirts, hoodies, whatever. If they don't buy it, then they don't buy it. It's not for them. Like, we need to stop taking things so personal. Stop taking things so personal. Like, you're afraid of being seen. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of, you know, public speaking. You're afraid of being seen. You're afraid that face that fear. Face that fear. Even if you're afraid of spiders, go to a museum where they have loads of spiders. Just put yourself there. Just look at that spider for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Come back again the following week. Look at that spider until you get to a point where it doesn't faze you anymore. Literally. Because if you continue to live in fear, you're not going to do anything with life. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to be able to move forward. You're not going to be able to move forward because fear holds you back. Fear cripples you. Because although the rejection that I was dealing with was rejection with family, I was fearful about being rejected in every other area of my life. So when, say for example, if I was to ask a friend for a favor and they decided or they weren't able to do it, I would automatically associate that with rejection, even though it's not a rejection. It's just someone not wanting to do something or not able to do something. So whatever it is you're afraid of, you need to deal with that because it might just be crippling you in every other area of your life. And you can't live on like that. You can't continue to live like that. You need to live this life fearless. Fearless. Like, really go out there and live. Really be. Really do. I used to feel so afraid to let people down. This day and age, I'll let you down for free. You ain't gonna pay me. I will let you down. Yeah? Now I say no just for the bants. Now I say no just for the bants. Yeah? Because I can. Because I can. You've got to face your fears. Face your fears and you will be able to go further. You will be able to go so much further. Listen, I got a story to tell you guys here, but I'm going to tell you guys this story later on, because it's just this thing has just happened, and I feel like because it's just happened, the person might just know what it is. So like, or who I'm talking about. So, but I'll talk about it another time. But just know that whatever you're afraid of will show up to your door. Just to show you and to remind you of how far you have come. That's a hint. That's a hint to the story I'm about to tell you lot. Whenever I tell you guys that story. But I'm your personal development coach, C-Positivista. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section, what fear do you have or you had previously that you've now faced, you've now conquered, and as a result, you're now living life fearlessly, you're happier, you're full of joy, and you're not looking back. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.